There is a piano. There is a bookcase. There is a window and a curtain. There is a hat, a scale. There is a chair. There is a plant. There is a clock. This is my family picture. There is a water bottle on the rack. There is a music, a speaker. There are two microphones. There is a rug, a carpet. There is a light. And there is a ceiling fan. There is a chandelier. Training resort on Elsa. My training resort on Google Translate.
Financial cushion from parents.
The trash and the rubbish would cushion my feet and the beauty.
In order to effectively cushion the blow for its
cushion the blow, but to me that's the primary risk.
concern, we still have that cushion.
It's not just about
Sheep that had already fallen made a cushion. Number 4, pilot whales.
Beat up old exercise bike. He bought it for a couple of bucks.
I'm going to give you an exercise bike for every room in your house. 2 in the kitchen, 3 in the bathroom.
so I get on the exercise bike, I warm up for about a minute.
Now, if anybody gets caught, by the way, the exercise bike, yeah, you could hop on that.
And maybe they've been sitting in their chair for the past 10 some years. They want to get back.
Actually give me the opportunity to come back and set the record straight. So and thank you for agreeing to.
And fewer of them. Oh, it's time for the open letter, and my chair is back.
But it'll set you back a hefty $1,482 for the chair alone.
Gigantic Beard That Was Evil by Stephen Collins, I think, is a wonderful coffee table book to have.
Home before you leave for the day. Clear the kitchen counter, dining table, coffee table of any.
A book sat on the coffee table in our living room. Just
legs or a coffee table that maybe has glass. Atop a little wooden sofa, stuffed with short ribs, bacon, mushrooms, onion, jalapeno, sour cream, and cheese. as rest high-backed sofa in an airy room.
After that crisis moment when I found myself laying on that sofa at 3 a.m.,
I've been pushed under the sofa so we don't have to deal with them. The inability of her to do that same work from her couch means that
With bulimia and on a therapist's couch. And of course...
And she said, Sarge, I don't have a room for you, but you can sleep on this couch. I say things like, I'm gonna go lay on the couch and watch TV.
to have a parlor with a piano and a tea set.
Torn tea set as a present. Cassettes. But that's not all. Take a look at this useless tea set.
And in this particular one, they had like a tea set on it, like you were gonna walk from the...
This makes it difficult to be short.
See a pink armchair. Oh, two pink.
The question many armchair scientists may hold is, what is the world's fastest shot?
You don't have to, you can just play armchair psychology.
And all from the comfort of an armchair. But...
And I jumped into my brother's red 19. And it can be a teapot, a cup, or a flower vase.
The flowers could flop out of a flower vase.
I knocked over this glass vase and I spilled some water. Aw, thank you. I'm okay. I'm just...
The protagonist then takes the flower vase and antagonistically
Decided it was time for a wooden statue of San Antonio de Padua to get a
life-sized wooden statue of a Madonna that used to stand in the church of the...
Standing guard over the barrel is a wooden statue of Perky.
original wooden statue that had been around since the 90s.
Joe in Palestine. Well, today he's in cabinet again. John Kerry's focused.
Me from responsibility for finance. I intend to appoint a dedicated cabinet secretary for
this cabinet.
In the cabinet of curiosity. Television, they started creeping in, but for some reason.
You see, I want them to look at a CEO on television and say,
listen to seminars, watch television.
Actually use this as like a remote control to control a whole.
Your home, your security cameras or access points, your remote control.
Pad with some remote control software.
And also the jammers that were supposed to stop anybody using a remote control to set up.
And then she'd play the piano, and Edith Knox every hour would.
After he started posting these piano memes.
We're teaching the basics of jazz piano, so that's kind of... I will. But on the piano, they are the same. Nobody would be able to tell the difference from sound alone.
Look at the rainbow bookcase.
And the other streaks of light come from reflections of light from the bookcase and from...
A chair, a bookcase, a closet, a bed, a desk. I mean, now you're talking about the...
I would put the back of the bookcase on upside down.
Free. And I'll never forget, he was sitting in this chair, he had a big mustache.
You go ahead and sit back in your comfortable chair.
I sank into my chair. And they sit in their chair and they make themselves tiny and they go like this when they raise their hand.
You're just going to plant and grow problems everywhere you go.
And listen, here's what you do. Hide behind the plant by the elevator.
You know, eat them and maybe drag a decent
Of a giant plant-eating dinosaur.
blue. The dye that comes from the plant is blue. Red hue.
The largest such plant in the world.
As in code, the idea was to get a useful plant variation by pure chance.
What if we're the ones to plant seeds of
Begin by saying what a pleasure it was.
You sleep better, so you actually start turning back the clock and
seriously trippy. Your brain is not a clock that tracks time. Time is actively constructed by the brain. And whether it's in our brains or
glimpse of the Gothic town hall with its large astronomical clock. It was bursting with activity.
It was all very real, and it was literally around the clock. We think of to creatively approach the plastic.
Agent, I thought that I had left a water bottle like I often do.
Through using a refillable water bottle or a refillable coffee cup.
This everything is figure-outable water bottle because guess what?
So that tilt down and rack focus are technically unmotivated because there's nothing in the shot.
The turkey on a wire rack, set in a rim baking sheet to
round. Evacuate onto a rack set in a rim baking sheet. Further, we're placing this on a rack set over our vegetable. 10 minutes before letting it cool completely on a wire rack, at least 2 hours.
Not really designed to be a primary music speaker, even though you could use.
It's also marketed as an amazing music speaker. So
cabinet, turn on my portable speaker and start playing that music.
Vibrator than it did as a speaker when you turned up the music. So
360 design. So no matter where I put the speaker, everyone can hear the music.
We're all graduates from music schools, professionally trained.
Maybe play some music on whatever speaker or screen is.
When the birds sang, researchers recorded their songs using a microphone. They then
and then every actor has at least one lavalier microphone hidden.
The microphone is in the
carpet weavers, and years of hard work, they managed.
You know, you have everything. You're not in a township. You're not being carpet bombed. So
something pleasant, like the comfy carpet. If we stop any sort of manipulation.
Recess. She said Tish is still sitting in the middle of the carpet.
Visitors can walk across the world's largest hand-woven carpet. Gaze up.
The president had embroidered on the rug.
From our classroom rug, from behind my desk.
Way too long is because we try to sweep it under the rug. We don't want to.
Nor should it continue to be swept under the rug.
And delivered a bearskin rug to the Playboy Mansion.
Sent by his father to the southern part of the country to establish a rug-making business.
Well, hang on to that image because we're about to brutally pull out the rug from under you. In Vietnam.
because the day's easier than the night, and I thought
40% of those never end up seeing the light of day.
Fixing the problems that came to light.
Light a torch of awareness and find our essence.
Any in the field of ceiling fan installation?
Yeah. You could also use a box fan, or a standing fan, or a ceiling fan, or like a handheld fan. Basically, you want a fan, like a thing.
Although, I'll be honest, I got inklings of trouble since I couldn't find a ceiling fan bulb with
spacecraft. It will still not use more energy than your average ceiling fan.
And each gazebo has a ceiling fan that's made to look.
See right there? See the ceiling fan in it.
Concerned, despite not framing out that ceiling fan and cleaning up that clutter.
Paper, then the chandelier.
Like, why not have flowers, a chandelier, pretty thing?
I remember how frightening it was to see the chandelier that hung above our dining.
Palazzo Pitti, as you can see from the image, is a very glamorous room. It's chandelier bedecked.
And he watched the chandelier swing back and forth.
Chandelier are more of a candelabra in Van Eyck's painting. So he's very self-consciously acknowledging Van Eyck.
So we see the light glancing off the brass chandelier and
rather than switch on the chandelier.
Thanks for watching.